engineer. Let's get it. Um, so this video we're gonna be talking about what you should be doing without any income or whatever. So whatever journey you on, of course I'm your favorite producer, I'm your favorite engineer. So I specialize in audio production. I'm your audio solution. So if you need mixing and mastering, you need any type of production service, I got you. But before I was able to get to that place, before I was even able to make any type of income, before my business was able to generate any type of revenue, I had to figure it out. We still figuring it out because what people don't understand in business or whatever is like, just as you get to a certain level, you don't stop there. Like you're constantly working, you're constantly figuring out because one thing about a business versus a job that you work for, a job that you work for, as long as you going to work, as long as you get these hours, you know what you get paid per hour. So you can already kind of calculate, generate the type of money you're gonna make. Whereas when you work in a business or owning a business, I'm sorry, like revenue can be very unpredictable until you create a system that generates consistent revenue. So like that's kind of where a lot of people struggle at. Creating a business, running a business, maintaining the business, whatever. It's hard work. It's like because it's like until you put these systems in place, like you're never gonna be able to just generate consistent revenue. I know about it, like trust me. But those the things that people don't see. Like they just see that hey, you're working, you grinding, you and you bringing in revenue, but they don't know what you having to put in place. They don't know what you had make this system to create this system. They just looking at it from like the outside looking in, but the inside looking out, like it's engineer. Oftentimes I get many messages. I get many messages from artists, and they see me doing the music production. They see me making beats. They see me recording. They see me mixing. Like I'm an open book. I show my process. Like I demonstrate my process. I explain my process. So actually, you guys could have the same process if you guys was to just sit there, study, take notes, and so you just take notes or whatever. So it's like you can really just do those types of things. But what I would do without any income is like before you able to produce income, I will be constantly working. While I'm constantly working, I will be constantly learning. I will be constantly studying. So those just things that when they talk about putting in your 10,000 hours or whatever, for me, I really feel like I put in 100,000 hours. What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? So before you producing income, before you making money, like just really be putting in your 10,000 hours, like constantly working, constantly learning, constantly figuring out what you need to be doing or whatever. So like when you document this process, you learn this process. Like before I ever sold a beat, before I ever made money from recording, from producing, engineering, like I had to figure out a system. Once I figured out this system that was able to work, I documented this system. I documented this system or whatever. So once I documented this system, I was able to explain it to other people. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's see. I would say, for me, the biggest project that I've been on is something like I didn't record it. I didn't mix like over 100 artists. I didn't did a bunch of things, but like the biggest project I've been on was when I really just dived in and produced something myself, and I brought in artists and we produced something, and that's I would call it's Broken Flowers. So we produced a song. I produced many songs, but when you put the vision together with it, like that's what make the project. That's what make the project big and special. Like If we just talking about a song, I done recorded, mixed, produced a bunch of big projects in my eyes, but that wasn't near and dear to me because like you run through those so fast. But like just making a song and you putting the visual, you putting the concept with it. Like Broken Flowers is like my biggest project to me. So you guys to go check that out on YouTube. Here you go listen to the music on Apple Music if you just want to hear the song. So me personally, Broken Flower featuring Tron and AI Max, this like the biggest part that I would say the biggest thing to me. But without any income, man, you definitely have to constantly work at it. Like constantly work, hone in on your craft, master your craft, and like just always be learning. Because even when you get to another stage, like you always have to keep learning. You can never get stagnant. Like most people never want to learn. Like they just want to work, and do the same thing over and over and over. But you're while you're not learning, you're not getting better. So practice your craft, learn, and then when it's time to be able to produce income, like now you kind of all in this business mindset. Like you know how to make transactions, you know how to create offers, you know how to find your audience. Like it's all about just creating a product. It's all about creating a service. Like so you got to be able to figure these things out, and it's really not hard because tons of music producers, tons of audio engineer. But what makes them different? What makes them different? It's not like, hey, this person is better than this person. Technically, it's a lot of great ones. It's a lot of good ones, but the difference is like people understanding how to just do something and be able to brand, be able to market themselves to like a like a bigger audience or whatever. So like for me, we back, I think. But yeah, learn to figure out what people really want. Like just ask better questions like, hey, what do you want? And you learn to figure these things out. And now that you've been practicing, you've been working these things, hey, I can do this for you. That's your offer right there. You already got your price. You already got these things set. So when you first starting, like you're not gonna generate money like that. Like most people say, hey, I'm talented, I should be paid. It doesn't work like that. Like you gotta get in and do your 10,000 hours, some 100,000 hours, and you put in the craft. Like you getting the craft right. Now you constantly now you learning. Now you able to go make an offer. Now you able to go talk to clients. Now you have this business mindset of, hey, how you can constantly bring them back in or whatever. So generate money, generate revenue shouldn't have to be that hard. Like but just posting links, just telling someone, hey, to check me out. Like the way Screaming set up, the way all these things set up, like you're not gonna be able to just produce income that way. So it's like I would challenge more people to learn a little bit more while you're working, while you're trying to generate that money. Because once you're able to generate it, now you're able to know. You also got to put it back into the business. Like you got to put it back into the business. So it's like it's so many things that I think people need to really just figure out and just practice on. Like why it's not working for you, it's working on you. Like that's the biggest thing that I learned. Like until you can really just get there, like you honing on these skills until when it actually come to you, when it actually come your time, you gonna know what to do with it. Like you ain't gonna drop the ball, you ain't gonna fumble it or whatever. So yeah, this what I would recommend. Like before the income, those are the type of things that you need to do. Um, but yeah, we out. I just want to give you guys that quick message. Thank you once again. Talk to Tron, your favorite producer, your favorite engineer. Let's get it.